you know, because I understood, I knew my father was very smart, very important. After World War II, though, with the redlining, there were neighborhoods that we could not live in. And so even though my father made a good living and stuff, we couldn't move like so many other people did to places in the suburbs that we couldn't. We had to live where we lived. Now, that's not our fault, but it looked like our fault because people could say, well, look at where you're living. But understanding how limited our opportunities were, not from our own lack of, I mean, I knew people who were brilliant, but experiences in school or experience of, you know, limited that. Jobs that we weren't allowed to have. You know, they want to know why Black people are how we are, you know, they love our music, they love the sports, but if it comes to, we have to make things equal for our children and stuff, to say, oh, why are you so angry? Right? It's not angry, it's really bringing truth, you know? Our schools have to be made better, not just by ourselves. You know, schools are supported by the local government. And if you're living in a place because you can't live someplace else, and the schools are not very good because they're not being supported, then we have to make sure that that happens. We do what we do, but we also make sure we get the services we're supposed to have. Health facilities, health outcomes for African Americans are really bad compared to health outcomes for white Americans, you know, maternal deaths. You call out injustice. You call out injustice. The church is there for Christianity and for people and for life, and to stand up when for our lives and for Jesus.
And through unity. You
see the icons, people of all different colors in the icons. And when I was part of the Orthodox Church, there were people from all over Eastern Europe. And there was total understanding because they'd been taught about America and Black people. And so they saw me as a person and they understood, oh, there are things that you have to fight for as Black people. We understand that and we are allies for you. And they themselves, Eastern Europeans, totally understand how there are governments and regimes and stuff that have oppressed them, right? They understand that. So they understand how the church has to be a source for good. We were just doing, we did St. Peter and Paul. I was able to show Peter and Paul through the ages and the icons and why their story is so important for the church, because it is a story of unity. It's a story of, you know, they had different opinions and they debated, but the church has room for that. They're both saints and they reconciled with each other, and we can reconcile with each other.